Hi, my name is Lindsay Verda, and I'm a LEED accredited professional. I also have my master's in urban and regional planning, and I'm a Greenpoint rater. So LEED measures CO2 emissions reductions, energy efficiency, water efficiency. It measures materials and where they're coming from, whether or not they're in a 500-mile radius from the project site, created and manufactured and distributed. Really excited about the Big Wave project. The Big Wave project combines both a community aspect as well as environmental aspect and an economic aspect, which is what sustainability is all about. I can understand why people would be opposed to a project in their community, especially on the coast, but communities are going to be growing, they're going to be thriving. You can't have a sustainable community unless you start bringing in new projects, especially new projects that are environmentally friendly. So by incorporating a water treatment plant on site, that is a tactic that not a lot of projects use when you consider this project size and type. A lot of people are really concerned about potable water. Where are people going to get potable water for this project? Well, this is such a great project because they're going to be getting that surface water that not a lot of projects will use. Surface water is the worst quality water. So what they're going to do is have a water treatment plant on site to treat that surface water in order to use it in the buildings that they are constructing. I mean, that is something that not a lot of other projects do because it's really costly. So they're taking upon that cost upon themselves in order to assure a sustainable water source for the future of the project. This is a whole building approach. LEED covers different elements. It covers sustainable sites, it covers water efficiency, it covers energy and atmosphere, it covers indoor environmental quality, and it covers materials and resources. Although the point of LEED is to look at those things in a group together, each of those credits are separate from one another. And so what the Big Wave project does is take all of those credits. They're going to actually be LEED Platinum, which is the highest rating on a building that you can certify. With that wastewater treatment plant, they're going to be able to also get credits in innovation and design, which is not a lot of people, not a lot of projects go above and beyond, and this project is definitely going above and beyond. So one way to achieve reduced CO2 emissions is through reduction in vehicle miles traveled, that's VMT. And what this project will do is actually reduce the amount of VMTs, considering it is located on the west side of Highway 1. It will take cars away from that Highway 192 junction and keep those VMTs and actually reduce the amount of VMTs traveled overall. People will be able to live and work in Half Moon Bay and not have to travel outside of the area in order to have work. This will increase the amount of people that are able to live and work in Half Moon Bay. This project is also going to have a shuttle, which will provide a connection for people who work on site to BART and to other bus lines that will get them to where they need to go. That's another way that the project is going to reduce the amount of vehicle miles traveled. The solar collector tubes on the roof will heat the water, which runs down in these plastic tubes underneath the floor, and it is distributed throughout the floor evenly, and then is able to radiate that heat from the water that runs through the tubes into the room. So it's a passive heating system. So that's another great element that the Big Wave project plans to include. The project will maximize points in the sustainable sites category because it's going to get credit for maximizing open space because of the wetlands restoration and also because of the organic farming element. And that's why the project location is such a great one, because they are able to restore the wetlands and they are able to help the kids learn about organic farming and feed themselves on site as well. They have toilets that are dual flush toilets that can use, you have one flush, one handle that is used for less waste and one handle that is used for more waste. These will also give a point for views from 90% of its spaces, and then also daylighting for 75% of its spaces. There's 4 different levels. There's LEED certified, there's LEED silver, LEED gold, and LEED platinum, and Big Wave is going for LEED platinum. Relatively speaking, there's a lot of LEED certified buildings, but not a lot of LEED platinum buildings right now. If you have a model project in your community, you're going to get a lot of people coming out to see that model project, which will in turn filter in more money to your economy. People are going to be going to restaurants, are going to be stopping by other sightseeing areas and spending money in the community, which is always a plus. You know, there's different shades of green. There's light green people, there's dark green people. I'm probably right there in the middle, if not leaning towards dark green. And I am a huge supporter of this project because of the sustainability factor. It's going to bring community, it's going to bring economy, and especially environment. A prime example of a green building to this community, and that there's nothing negative about that. As somebody with a master's degree who's been looking for work for the past year and a half, I feel that any project that is a model LEED project and also brings in the opportunity for people to have jobs and to work on this project is a plus in my book. You know, it's very frustrating to live somewhere where there's such opportunity and there's such beauty, and I'm very fortunate to live here, but if there's no jobs, if there's no work, I mean, people who are talented, who have a lot to offer, will just move away and offer that to other communities elsewhere. So if you can bring in a project that is going to give work to people and provide jobs and provide security, then I think that's a major positive.